talk about the prospect as you're actually a freshman at Old Dominion University, right? So how's that been juggling 2K and school at the same time?
I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be easy. It's definitely not easy. Definitely not easy. There's certain points in times where I just have to, take a day off at 2K just to, focus on school. There's some days school will just literally take up your whole day. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really expect as much workload or, if I had to study as much, but you definitely.
And this is an interesting time of the season, isn't it, Clark, for a lot of these coaches? Having to balance minutes and keep players healthy for the long haul.
Yeah, it is a bit of a balancing act, Kevin. A lot of players don't like to take a seat when they're healthy and able to play. All of these guys, when you get to this level, everybody is a high-level competitor. And sometimes, even if it's for their own good, it's hard to tell them they got to take a night off. Again, I think you go back to reducing practice time and giving players a chance to play in every game that they're able to play in.
A look at the Magic starting group. Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. Wendell Carter is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Fultz in at the 1. So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Barnes passes to Powers. Stolen by Bamba. Now Fultz. Wagner outside. Fultz, no good. Here's Big Daddy. Van Vliet outside. Trent passes to Powers. Right on the bucket.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
And you love seeing that great Mobile One drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Inside, here's Powers. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Raptors shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Back to Fultz. Shoots over Van Vliet. That one off the back iron and out.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Van Vliet against Harris. Carter looking around. Pass to Wagner. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And then Carter with the jam.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Here's Powers. Bamba with the block. And he's able to get it back. Goes back up. Bucket is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. It's a three-point game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Trent against Harris. Looking for Fultz. He gets it in there. And he gets the bucket.
His first make, and, you know, maybe that will get him going.
You know, one of the best sights from the NBA in my mind in 2022 was seeing Markelle Fultz on the court again. It was a long road back from his torn ACL, not to mention the issues he had with the frozen shoulder early in his career.
And for a player who relies on quickness and mobility like Fultz, An ACL injury can be devastating.
Well, trust me, I haven't had one, but I know enough guys who have, and it's a tough injury for any player to come back from, a torn ACL. And Markelle had to work extremely hard every day for a year and a half. All credit to him for putting that kind of effort into his rehab so he could get back out on the court.
Now Harris, following the miss by Fred VanVleet from deep. Up top, Wagner. There's the pass to Fultz. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fultz has got 6.
It is so good to see Markelle Fultz shoot the ball with confidence, showing why he was the overall #1 pick in the draft.
Now here's VanVleet. Last game he had 13. And Bamba comes to help. Poke loose. It's stolen by Harris. To the paint. Rebound by the Raptors.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And it's Barnes on the follow.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound is going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
A new group. The Magic trail by 7, so on the floor for Orlando. Wendell Carter is out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Anthony, and there's Fultz, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Magic substitution. Mo Bamba.
Raptors leading by 7. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. And he can't hit the second. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, I'd like to have both skill and athleticism. But skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Here's Anunoby. Gary Harris making his last shot. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. Offensive rebound. Powers the pass to Barnes. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 6. Carter right side. Back to Fultz. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Fultz has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And you got to guard Fultz from this spot. I mean, when he has the space to fire from deep, he makes the defense pay.
Poked away. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
For a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
to the inside. Powers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
Now here is Harris. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Fultz finds Harris. Now here's Anthony. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Harris, no good. Raptors have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Trent against Fultz. It's stolen by Harris. Passes it to Bamba. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Bamba's got 4 this quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And how about also the ability to contest shots? They're staying attached and contesting and coming away with blocks as well.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Flynn. Anunoby against Harris. Anunoby passes to Powers. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Anthony. Last game he had 12. Here's Bamba trying to get open his Carter. Bamba's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Gary Harris.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another thing that stood out to me tonight is their early success at the free throw line. I mean, they've been able to draw contact and then convert at the line.
Now here's Fultz. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Anthony. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Fultz. Jacks up a 3. Up the live Orlando. And the shot is good. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Carter Jr. excels at using that big body of his to take advantage on the board.
Anunoby, good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And Wendell Carter Jr., Greg, one of the better rebounders in the NBA.
And Kevin, his numbers kind of sneak up on you. I mean, great job of clearing the glass and getting the break started. Still underrated as a rebounder, but is making a name for himself.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
You know what, guys? I don't know. I get the feeling that this could be an interesting matchup this season. This first game will tell us a lot.
Now here is Carter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Anunoby with him. Powers, the pass to Birch. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Trent outside. Pass to Powers. Tries again. Rebounded by Anthony.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So it's the Toronto Raptors up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break. wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Markelle Fultz has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Powers in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. He misses the free throw.
And as many times as we've seen him at the free throw line tonight, I think by now we know what's going to happen. The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Trent passes to Powers. And the layup is good. Big Daddy's got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size.
Was without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable. And they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Harris with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. It's good. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. Team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gary Trent Jr. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The Magic making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. Trent hits them both. Clark, and the Magic had some of the worst injury luck in this NBA the last couple seasons?
Certainly have, Kevin. And this is a team that has been trying to develop young players. And they've been somewhat stifled because of injury. And I think the best way to grow is through young players. And you've got to give them reps playing games. So it's been frustrating for Orlando to have these outstanding young talents be thwarted by injury.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
The Magic making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. Trent passes to Powers. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here is Harris. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now Anthony following the miss by Gary Trent Jr. from deep. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Gary Trent Jr. shooting 1.
And Trent no good on that one. The Magic trail by 20. To the middle. Here's Wagner. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Orlando, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
And he's good on the second. Toronto leading by 19. Powers the pass to Anunoby. Trent outside. Here's Big Daddy. He's defended by Wagner. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one goes on Anunoby.
What I love about Wagner is that he's a guy that never stops moving. He's always in action. Franz Wagner wasted no time making a splash in the league. Took home a Rookie of the Month award at the end of 2021. A really good start for him on his budding NBA career.
Achua, he's checked in for Trent. Anunoby passes to Powers. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Wagner. Barnes against Harris. Anunoby sends it back. They get it back. 2 on the clock. The Magic again can't hit.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Van Vliet passes to Powers. And that one is off. The Magic trail by 19. Wagner wide open. That 3 off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Good work there as it goes.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Anthony. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Look at Big Daddy. What a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Jalen Suggs is checked in for the Magic. Raptors on defense. Carter finds Harris. Out to Anthony. Suggs with the ball. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Orlando. Now, here's Anunoby. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Wagner passes to Anthony. Pass to Ross. Wide open. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And that's where Ross has been most efficient. Raining it off the catch. Love it.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 9. Now here's Wagner. Orlando moving the ball around. Suggs, and that one goes long.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Pascal Siakam comes in for Achua. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Barnes. And a switcher also for Orlando. Bamba's checked in. Anthony kicks to Wagner. Back to Anthony. Wagner outside. Suggs in the corner. And there's the pass to Clark. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
And a reason Siakam was named the NBA's most improved player back in 2019. Defense. I mean, great at anticipation on that steal.
Carter against Siakam. Carter, the pass to Bamba. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Bamba's got 8 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Raptors leading by 20. On the wing, Porter. Shoots over Wagner. Bamba with the block.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
That is just careless.
Look at the job Jalen Suggs did in his rookie season. I mean, he started to show some of those flashes as the season wore on. Flashes of athletic superiority, but also an understanding of how to impact the game with his speed and size and fearlessness.
And about Jalen Suggs, Clark, primed for a tremendous season.
No question about it in my mind, Kevin. I mean, the Magic fans are in for a treat. They are excited to see him play again. I think he's got the ability to be elite if things come together as I anticipate they will for him. I think they're fortunate to have him in Orlando running the point.
On the court for Orlando, Harris is the shooting guard. Wagner is the small forward. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Carter, and it's Fultz in at the point. Just 5 on the clock. Wagner from long range. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Big Daddy's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Pass to Porter. Top the key, Barnes. Here's Powers. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got 11 rebounds in the game. Fultz looking around. Out to Carter. Back to Fultz. Tires from deep. And they'll get another chance. Wagner outside. Trying to get open is Carter. And it's Wagner missing. Toronto's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Van Vliet outside. Three-pointer. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 7th rebound here tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Fultz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with the play-in tournament, single-game elimination comes to the NBA, Clark. It brings tremendous ratings in the college game. And it's good to see it, I think, here in the pro.
I agree with you 100%, Kevin. Absolutely. I mean, the midseason tournament might also have that same kind of appeal. I think those high stakes really make for compelling, dramatic viewing. And, you know, when Fultz is healthy now, he's a valuable part of this rotation. We've seen him make big strides lately.
The Raptors making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Raptors leading by 22. Passes to Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Carter. Fultz against Van Vliet. Fultz kicks to Harris. Back to Fultz. Orlando moving the ball around. Bamba's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now that one from Van Vliet.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Big Daddy.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He showed leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Wagner able to finish.
Fultz knows it's his job to work the ball around and get his guys involved. He's a reliable and capable passer.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The shot, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him. Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
And it's Wagner missing. Raptors leading by 20. Here's Trent. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam.
Wow. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Wagner finds Carter. Over Barnes. That's tipped. And clock. Down low. Bamba. And the jump by Bamba.
Well, you know, games like this demonstrate the bright future Bamba has. You know he's got to be feeling good about how things are going right now.
Tipped away. Van Vliet up top. Guarded by Fultz. Here's Anunoby. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Magic ball.
.144 left to play here in the fourth. Harris inside, defended by Trent. Wagner trying to get open. Harris misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Raptors.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
Man, always nice to get win number 1 against the opponent. You'll be seeing a total of this matchup 4 times over the course of the year. So they set the tone tonight, though, for their season series against the Magic.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Big Daddy.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And Clark, Commissioner Silver noted recently as the league moves to a more... And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Now, you guys managed to secure this victory with hard work on both ends of the court. How did you get it done?
I mean, come on, man. There's a level of responsibility that comes to being in this league, and I embrace that. You know, just not even on the offensive end either. You know, you need to block shots. I'll do that. You need me to stop the ball.